This bike has taken me across the country, Maine to Oregon, 4,000 miles plus. Everything I needed strapped to the panniers, because when you're on the road that long, you learn fast what actually matters and what you leave behind. That ride taught me more about commitment, about showing up when you don't feel like it, pushing up the hill, trusting the road, imagining what's over that next horizon when you can't see what's ahead, than almost anything else in my life. And last month, it taught me about business in a way I didn't really expect. I have a community of women cyclists that I started a few years ago, BikeWomenBike. Women who love the feeling of being on their bike, or women who are looking to get back into cycling and remember that passion and joy of riding and the open road. That community right now is growing about 25 to 65 new people a day. And before that, the last 4 years, it's just kind of been sitting there and not growing as intentionally. So I started asking why. Like, what happened? What shifted to make the algorithm on Facebook start showing it to people? First, I changed the questions on the group itself and started asking, how did you find the group? And everyone, just about everyone, says Facebook showed it to me. So why did that happen? And so I started looking at that from the business perspective. Exciting on the biking perspective, because there are really cool women coming into the group. But I wanted to share the story here as a business owner, a business consultant, to talk about how that happened, why it happened, and some strategies for making it happen. So welcome. I'm Donna Lynn Price, the founder of Compass Rose Consulting and BikeWomenBike, and I'd like to share the story with you. So let me give you the full picture, because the numbers alone aren't the lesson. It's really the story behind the numbers. BikeWomenBike is a Facebook group for everyday women cyclists, not racers, not elite athletes, women who love feeling of the road or gravel or the trail. They just love being on the bike, or maybe they haven't been on the bike for a while and they're just getting back into it and want a group that's supportive and fun to be on. So in May, I ran the Back on Your Bike 30-day challenge inside the group. Daily posts, daily prompts, encouragement, ideas for rides, women showing up for themselves and for each other. So there was sharing of rides, celebration of rides, and we were all in it together. So here's what I want you to notice. I wasn't thinking about growth strategy. I wasn't trying to hack the algorithm. I was doing one thing, showing up for the women already in the room. That's it. That was the whole strategy. And then June came back and I pulled back to 3-4 posts a week, less effort, less output. And that's when new members started flooding in. First, I started noticing a few people a day, 3, 4, 5 women a day asking to join the group. And then I started paying attention a little bit more, and it got to be 10 women a day. And today, just into July, when I'm recording this, I had 86 women that wanted to join the group today. So we've gone from around 100 members at the end of May, probably a little bit less than 100, to over 500 members today. So I found it really interesting. So I planted seeds in May, and now July 7th, we're still seeing the benefits of those seeds. And I really didn't expect it. I'm like surprised. But it sounds familiar, right? You work hard, you don't see results, you wonder if something's broken or should you keep doing this? But what I learned on a bike, in business, and everywhere in between is that the effort and the results don't always happen at the same time. So that's principle 1, and I want you to write it down. You plant one season, you harvest in another. The gap between effort and results is not a sign that something's wrong necessarily. It's a sign that you're doing the right thing, but you need to keep going. I know for me, that's an important lesson, is to believe and keep going. So what the algorithm is actually doing, let's pull back the curtain on what was happening underneath, because this is where it gets really useful for your business. The algorithm is not magic. It's not mysterious. It's a matching engine. Its only job is to match people with communities and content that they're going to love. Because when people find things they love, they stay on the platform longer. That's the whole game, right? We're trying to get people, Facebook, Meta wants people to stay on Facebook longer. So it's really not about me. It's really about Facebook, right? But what it means is the algorithm is kind of on your side when your content is genuine match for the right people. So here's what I was seeing in Bike Women Bike. 4 signals, and all of them can apply to your business. Signal 1, consistent presence. 30 days of daily post. Train the algorithm. The group looked alive. It looked cared for. The algorithm rewards consistency, not perfection, not viral moments, just showing up on a schedule it can learn and predict. So what's the business application? You don't need to post every day, but you do need to be regular enough that the platform learns your pattern. Sporadic posting tells the algorithm that this account is unpredictable. Consistent posting tells it this is worth paying attention to. 2, comments beat likes always. So when women in the group were responding to the daily challenge prompts, sharing their rides, their setbacks, their stories, those conversations told Facebook, something real is happening here. People care about this community. So for your business, stop chasing reach, start chasing conversation. We know this anyway because we're trying to build relationships in our CRC framework. One post that sparks 15 comments does more for your visibility than 10 posts that get a couple likes or a few likes. The algorithm reads depth, not volume. 3, content clarity. Facebook's AI reads your content. The people are mostly gone. So it watches your videos, reads your posts, scans your guides. The Bike Women Bike group has, I think, 5 guides in it. So there's a lot of depth there also. And builds a picture of what your group is about and who it's for. Bike Women Bike is clear. Bikes, women, bikes, community, everyday riders finding their way back. The algorithm knew exactly who to show it to. So let's look at your business application. Vague content confuses the algorithm the same way it confuses your ideal client. When you're unclear about who you serve, when your content is about 5 different things for 5 different audiences, the algorithm doesn't know who to send to you, so it doesn't send anyone. Clarity about who you serve isn't just good marketing, it's good algorithm strategy. They're the same thing. 4, here's the one most people don't know about. When someone sends your post or your group link to a friend in a private message, that registers as a ranking signal. Facebook measures word of mouth now. Women were sharing Bike Women Bike with each other. And every one of those private shares told the algorithm, this is worth spreading. Your business application, create content people want to send to someone they love. Not content that sells, content that makes someone think of a person, a specific person, and think she needs to see this. So principle 2 is the algorithm rewards the same things your ideal client rewards. Clarity, consistency, real conversation, and content worth sharing. There is no hack. There is no shortcut. There is just showing up well, authentically, with clear intention for people already in the room. So I want to come back to the timing of all this because I think this is the piece that will save you the most heartache in your business. When I cycled across the country, there were days I couldn't see the mountain I was climbing toward. The road curved, the trees blocked the view. I just had to keep pedaling, trusting that the elevation was real, even when I couldn't see the top. Building an audience is kind of like that. I see this pattern constantly with women. They show up consistently for 3, 4 weeks. They don't see the results they expected, and they pivot. There's a big pivot movement right now. Been there, done that myself, right? They try a new platform, they change their content strategy, they start over, they take a new course. And in doing that, they plant a new seed before the first one had time to grow. I did the hard work in May. I was in there every day. And at the end of May, I had some growth, modest growth. Nothing that looked like evidence that something had shifted, really. If I had been measuring my results against my effort in real time, I might have thought, this isn't working. But I had committed to doing this 30-day challenge. I had told people it was a 30-day challenge. I couldn't stop on day 19 because I wasn't seeing some result that I had wanted. I had to trust that 30-day challenge, I had to keep going with it. I had committed to it. So in June, people started arriving and the harvest came. Commitment is not just a value, it's a strategy. Going deep on one thing, one platform, one community, one consistent content rhythm will always outperform spreading yourself too thin across 5 things you're doing halfway. That's your way thinking applied to visibility. Not the formula someone else handed you, the approach that fits your strengths, your capacity, your audience, and your values, done consistently, long enough for the results to catch up. So principle 3, most women abandon their strategy right before it would have worked. The gap between effort and result is not a sign to pivot. It's a sign to commit. So let's bring this home for your business. Whether you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, or somewhere else, or just building your email list, the same principles apply. I want you to run your visibility strategy through each direction of the compass, because that's where the clarity lives. North, clarity of direction. Can someone understand within 10 seconds exactly who you serve and what you're about? If your bio, your group description, your content, if any of it is vague, the algorithm cannot match you with the right people. Neither can your ideal client. So your North question, is your community focus crystal clear? Or are you trying to be for everyone? East, marketing and connections. Where are you showing up? And are you showing up there consistently enough for the algorithm to learn your pattern? The CRC method starts here: connections, relationships, customers. You can't move people through that journey if you're not showing up consistently enough for them to find you in the first place. So your East question, what's the one platform where your people are most likely to find you? And are you there regularly? South, systems that hold the work. Do you have a content rhythm built into your schedule? Not a complicated editorial calendar, a decision. I post on these days about this topic for this person. When it's a decision and not a daily scramble, you actually do it. That's the system: simple, consistent, sustainable. Your South question, is your content rhythm built in, or is it a daily negotiation with yourself? West, is there for innovation in format? Is there a format that you haven't tried yet? Short form video is getting 2 to 3 times more reach than static posts right now on almost every platform. So if you've been posting only text or images or text and images, one short video a week could change everything about your visibility. So your West question, what's the one format you keep thinking about, but you haven't committed to? The women who build audiences consistently, without ads, without chasing trends, are not doing secret things. They're doing simple things well for long enough, with enough clarity about who they're for. Your compass is already pointing. You just have to be willing to keep it moving. So here's what I want you to do after this video. I've put together something I'm calling the Organic Growth Compass Worksheet. It's a one-page, actually it's like 3 pages, planning guide that walks you through exactly the 4-direction compass check we just did, with space to answer each question for your business. And there's a couple more clarifying questions on there too. And at the bottom, there's a 30-day planting commitment, because that's where the work actually begins. The link is in the direct description below. It's free. Take it, fill it out before you go, before you do anything else this week, and learn from it. Take a few minutes to reflect on your business and go through that full compass assessment. And if you want to do this work in community with women who are in the same season you're in, who are asking the same questions, who will celebrate the planting even when the harvest hasn't come yet, that's what the Business Growth Hub is. We meet live every month, a Compass coaching call, a connections and collaboration call, a co-working session. We work the framework together, your way, not a formula, not someone else's map. And the link to join that is in the description. Before I go, I want to ask you one question, and I am asking you to drop it in the comments. What season are you in right now? Planting or harvesting? And what are you building? I read every comment. I'm Donna Price, and your compass is already pointing. I'll see you in the next video.